Welcome to my channel Chem Insider. In the previous videos of organic reagents, we learnt about the reagent called DCC. When you come across the studying of DCC reagent, which is a dehydrating reagent, that is, it removes a molecule of water. Now, in this class, we are going to start a new reagent called DDQ. So please don't confuse with the DCC and DDQ. DCC is a dehydration reagent, whereas DDQ is a dehydrogenation reagent. That is, DCC removes a molecule of water, DDQ removes a molecule of hydrogen. Now, DDQ, its full form is given as dichlorodicyanoquinone. Its full form is dichlorodicyanoquinone. So this dichlorodicyanoquinone contains two atoms of chlorine, two more atoms of cyano group, and two dioxy group attached in the form of carbonyl group in the hexagon ring. So the structure of this molecule is as shown. So it will be having a 6-membered ring, a double bond across opposite sides, and double bond O at this position, Cl groups on one side and two cyano groups on the other side. So this is actually, it should be Cn like this. Okay, so this is the dichlorodicyanoquinone compound. So this dichlorodicyanoquinone compound, what it does is it attracts hydrogen to form OH molecule and retain the aromaticity of the benzene ring. So this is what the complete process takes place of when you treat DDQ with a given compound. So this DDQ is prepared by treating this OH molecule in the molecules of a reducing agent, so that it removes the hydrogen atoms only. So the main important work of or application of a DDQ is it is used for removing a molecule of hydrogen. It is nothing but a dehydrating agent. Now this DDQ can also be replaced by one more type of a compound called dichloronil, or it is also simply called as chloronil compound, where instead of the other two cyanide groups present in the structure, we are going to consider 4 Cl groups attached to the ring like this. Cl, we have one more Cl here, one more Cl here, retaining the carbon oxygen double bond. So this is called chloronil compound. So we can also use chloronil compound as a dehydrating agent. The main important properties of DDQ is, if you are using DDQ with certain other reagents, we observe two or more different sets of reaction happening. One is, if you use DDQ with palladium in presence of carbon, sulfur or selenium. If you use DDQ with palladium in presence of carbon, sulfur or selenium, it undergoes dehydrogenation. Okay, it undergoes dehydrogenation process. But if you use DDQ with just PD and C, palladium and carbon, in presence of a molecule of hydrogen, it carries a hydrogenation process. Okay, since we are donating more amount of hydrogen in the terms of molecules, what happens is DDQ acquires a molecule of hydrogen for itself, and it also further reduces the compound. So these are the properties of DDQ when you treat them with certain other substrates. When you come across the applications of DDQ has 6 particular applications which is quite commonly found in the most of the reactions. The first one is being carrying out unsaturation. That means it induces unsaturation on certain compounds because it removes a molecule of hydrogen. So the first basic process which DDQ carries out is making the compound an unsaturated compound. Next, it may oxidize alcohols also. That is, oxidation of alcohol involves removal of hydrogen, right? So therefore it carries out oxidation of alcohol. So this is the second important process which DDQs carries. Next is, if a given species is non-aromatic and it contains excess amount of hydrogen, then DDQs removes hydrogen from the species, organic species, in order to carry out to be an unsaturated compound. And if it is a cyclic structure, then it will be called as aromatization. That is, it brings about aromatization on compounds which are non-aromatic. The fourth important type of reaction of DDQ is bringing about cyclization in certain compounds. Okay, it also brings about cyclization. Fifth point is, it also involves in insertion of oxygen atom. It acts as an catalyst which helps in inserting oxygen atom to a given compound. Next, the last point or the last application is, it involves in salt formation. It involves in salt formation. So DDQ has these 6 different types of applications in which they can catalyze a different types of reaction or carry out different reactions. Okay. Now, in this particular DDQ reagent chapter, we are going to discuss this DDQ's reactions in 2 sets of video. In first video, we'll discuss about the mechanism and different type of reactions, certain simple examples of DDQ's reaction. In the next video, we'll discuss more about the complicated DDQ reactions when it is involved. Now, the mechanism. Let us take a simple example of this reaction where we observe it bringing about an unsaturation to a saturated compound. Let us say we are taking a simple example of 1-butene. So when you treat 1-butene with DDQ, it brings about a double bond at this position carrying out conjugation. The product will be like this, that is 1,3 dibutene. Now, how the reaction mechanism carries? First, if you take the substrate like this, we have a hydrogen over here. So usually if a given compound contains allylic hydrogen, then those allylic or benzylic hydrogen are more reactive towards the DDQ compound. So if you write down the structure of DDQ, what I'm going to do is, instead of writing the whole structure, I'll be writing the structure as Q double bond O double bond O. That is because we can consider the Q as quinone containing a cyclo group, 2 cyano groups and 2 chloro groups. Now it will be remaining with the O. Instead of Q, you can also write it as phi, like this. Okay. So if we take the structure like this, what happens is, the lone pair of electron present on the oxygen attacks this acidic hydrogen. As a result, we get a carbocation. Okay, we get a carbocation on this position. Because of the formation of carbocation, what we observe is, this carbocation, if it is a tertiary carbocation, it will be more stable. Okay, so therefore, the reaction is simply, we can say that there will be, first step is the removal of an hydride ion, that is H minus, and later it will be the involving a removal of H plus ion. Now first we have removed the hydride ion. Since we have removed H minus, we can clearly say that the remaining charge present on the carbon is positive, that is forming a carbocation. Now once the H has been attached to the OH group, it forms O single bond Q with O minus. So how did it form? Let us split the structure now. If you observe the structure carefully, we have double bond O, Cl, Cl, Cn and Cn. Now, once the hydride ion is attached to this oxygen atom, the double bond present here shifts. There is already a double bond present at this position, which later undergoes migration, and this carbon-oxygen double bond leads to the formation of negative charge on oxygen. So that is what I have written as O minus. Okay, so an OH is present over here. The complete molecule is short form phi or Q. You can take it however you want. And the oxygen is with the negative charge. Now this reacts with the proton present over here. Okay, this negative charge attacks the proton present over here. As a result, the negative charge which carbon gets will be involved in bond formation with the positive charge, leading to the formation of carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, understood? So this is the mechanism how the dehydrogenation process takes place. Now, let us go for certain examples. So now let us start with simple examples. Now in this particular compound of cyclohexane, we have one double bond. So this is cyclohexene. When you treat DDQ molecule, let us say we have taken not a limited amount of DDQ, we have taken multiple amount of molecule. First, it will remove hydrogen from this position, leading to the formation of carbocation. Okay, once the carbocation is formed, next the O- charge pulls out the hydrogen from this position, which gives a double bond at this position. Okay, now we have two more hydrogens here. So one of the hydrogen will be removed in the form of hydride. So therefore we'll get a carbocation at this one of the carbon positions. So let us say here we are getting the carbocation. So then the O- charge of the quinone molecule removes the remaining hydrogen present here, leading to the formation of benzene. So if you observe carefully, the initial compound of cyclohexene was not aromatic. Now once the complete reaction has been done, we can observe a compound which is formed being an aromatic compound. This is how the reaction takes place. Now, in the second example, here we have hydrogens on the benzene ring, but if you compare the carbon atoms which are bridging these two benzene ring, has two hydrogens each. Right? So therefore, we can clearly say that these two hydrogens are more acidic because of their benzylic carbocation. Okay, so now if you remove this hydrogen from one of the carbon in the form of hydride, the other hydrogen will be removed because of the negative charge present on the quinone structure, leading to a formation of compound which is trans-in-isomerization. The compound formed in this reaction, or the product formed in this reaction, is trans-isomer but not cis-isomer. Okay, so this is the simple basic reactions of DDQ, that is removing hydrogen molecule by carrying out a unsaturation process. So this is enough for today's class. In the next video, we'll discuss more about certain complicated compounds reactions involving DDQ reagent. I hope you have understood the basic concept of a DDQ and their applications and the mechanism of the DDQ reaction. In the next video, we'll learn more. So if you have understood this video, please do subscribe to my channel and share this video among your friends so that they get used of those videos which I'm uploading. If you have any doubt, please do comment down below, or you can share those doubts to my mail ID which I have provided in the description box. Thank you for watching.